What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another SAOIF video. And in today's video, I want to actually talk about a topic that a lot of you guys have been bringing up a lot, whether it's in my live streams or if it's on one of the videos. You guys have been like very vocal about this topic, and honestly, I think it's a great idea. So before we get into that, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribing if you guys are new, and let's talk about trading, because like I said, you guys have been very vocal on it. So that's the topic for today. Alright guys, so we are talking about trading. Now, you guys have brought it up a few times in the past, saying that you would like to see trading implemented into this game, and I agree with you to an extent. I think trading is a fantastic idea. Some of you guys have said, oh, we should trade skills. No, that's not a good idea. But trading for items such as high jewels, memoria needers, record frames, things like that, I can see that being a very good thing in this game, and I don't know why they have not implemented something like that yet. But the way that I would want them to implement it would be one of three ways. Number one is some sort of auction house. Now, obviously, people could take advantage of the auction house and like put high jewels for a ridiculous amount of gold. But that's not how I would do it for trading. When I say auction house, I shouldn't really say auction house. I should say trading house or a trading post. Basically, what you would do is you would go to the trading post and you would say, I'm giving 5 high red jewels or red high jewels, and in exchange I want 5 blue high jewels. Or be like, I'm putting 5 high red jewels and I want 5 striking stone plus. Whatever you want to do it like that, that's how they could do it. Now, with that in mind, I would like some restrictions implemented into this, because obviously we're not going to be like, oh, 5 high jewels for, I don't know, the boss avatar items. I would not want to see something like that, because then that's how you break the system. So what I would want is to then, if they're going to do some sort of trading post, to implement a tier system in the items, which there already is, kind of. That's why when they drop, they show up as like dull gray, white, or it shows up as red, because that's like the item tier system that they have. Now, I would want them to do it a little bit more in depth as far as the tier system for the items go, so that way there's like numbers with the tier system. This is like off center. So when I say that, meaning what I mean is that I would like for them to say, for example, one high jewel has a rank of 50, right? That's the item rank. Now, you can only trade it for like-minded items. And when I say that, I mean like you could only trade it for items of rank 50. So that way, the boss avatar items that you use to craft the avatar gear, those would have a higher rank because it's a much rarer drop. So it would be like, if I was going to throw a number on those, maybe like 75. Okay, 75 on the tier list for those items. So you could only trade those for other levels, rank 75 or level 75 items, whatever they would want to call it, tier 75. Let's just call it that, tier 75. So I would think that something like that would kind of work really well. That way you're not exploiting anything, and you're like, you don't put it up, be like, oh, one boss avatar drop for like one regular small record frame. So then you don't go on to like an alternate account and just like, take advantage of it. I think that would be a much better system. It would be a safer system to do, and that's the first way I would like them to do it. The second way would be through the guild. So they could put a restriction that if you want to trade higher tier items, then it would have to be through the guild only. And then in that regard, then you could actually trade maybe avatar gear. or crafted gear. I think that would be a good way to implement it as well. So if you're doing like just the trading post, then you're not allowed to trade avatar gear, or you're not allowed to, and you're not allowed to trade crafted gear. So those of you guys who are in a guild, the whole purpose of the guild is to help each other, right? So with that in mind, you know, like if you need help to grind for, I don't know, a weapon for that, you know, the new floor came out, you need help grinding for the weapon, and then you have some guildmates who already did grind for the weapon and they have a whole bunch of extra material, or they have a whole bunch of extra gear, then they could go ahead and trade it to their guildmates, or sell it to their guildmates for some gold or whatever, or like put it into the guild bank for the guild leader to distribute it to whoever he's going to distribute it to. So I think that would be a really good system to implement as well for guilds, because then it helps to bring people together to actually like be a part of a guild again. Like right now there's really no reason to do guilds. Like it's there, but there's no use for it, you know? So adding something like that where it's a guild trading system would be really, really cool. And then for the avatar stuff, so say like for example, you're one of those people that you summon on avatar gear, right? And you've got like all this avatar gear, and like you're never gonna use the other stuff because maybe you don't like it or whatever. You could then sell it to the guild, and then the guild would then give you, you know, you would get money from the guild or gold from the guild, and then that would then be in the guild bank for whoever wants to purchase it, and the money would then go back to the guild. So I think that would actually be a good system as well, because then it's like everybody benefits from that type of system, because you're giving back to the guild on top of like getting an avatar item that you would like. Now the last way that I could see them or wanting them to implement a sort of trading system is direct trading. Now direct trading, in my opinion, is the least wanted one from me. And the reason why I say that is because direct trading, because then you can go to like a noob, or not specifically a noob, but you could make an alternate account and like do like, you know, trades for like really low items or whatever, and just like throw it all into that alternate account, or whatever the case may be, because like depending on what you're farming for and stuff like that, I mean it would definitely change things. But I mean, direct trading would be okay, but again, there would have to be restrictions. Like I could see them only allowing items up to like record kits, record frames, and high jewels. I wouldn't want, in that case, Memoria Neater to be a thing, because then it's like, okay, well, I'll just give you all these Memoria Neaters so that way you can power up your system or your characters and stuff like that, even though you're not part of my guild, or you're not really giving me money or nothing like that. Like I just feel like they would have to put like heavy restrictions onto that type of setup. That way people don't exploit it and really take advantage of it. Out of all three of these that I've mentioned, I think the guild one is probably my favorite one, because then it gives us a reason to be part of a guild. And then obviously depending on how long you've been in the guild, so if they went ahead and put something like that in there, the longer you've been part of a guild, the more times you can trade with the guild, so to speak. Or that it could be like you've been with the guild for a certain amount of time and you automatically get promoted within the guild, so that way you can trade more often. Or the more that you trade with your guild, the higher rank of your trading capabilities become, so you can trade more often. I think that would be a good idea as well, and it would then prevent people from guild jumping, because then the moment you leave a guild, it resets. It would reset completely. And so if you join a new guild, you have to start from the very beginning, and it would definitely keep people from guild hopping, which is a problem in this game, because there's no in-game community that's worthwhile. And that's a sad thing, specifically because they implemented guilds, and unless you're like taking a whole bunch of pictures with your guild, there's really no reason to do anything in the guild. So I'll leave that with you guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of my ideas. Let me know what your ideas are. I'd like to hear from you guys about that. And not that I can make any changes, but it's nice to, you know, it's nice to dream, I guess. Yeah. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribing if you guys are new, and I will catch you all in my next video. You guys have a great rest of your day. It's morning time. This is my morning. I don't drink coffee, but like, so I drink soda in the morning. I don't drink coffee. Anyways, I'm out, guys.